Good morning, everybody. My name is Frank from Cambridge Underwater Discoveries, and please can you come along with me on my rustic adventures today here in Cambridge. Today I will go on my bike, magnet fishing. I've recently got this bike. It's quite nice. I think I paid £40 for it. So I got myself a lock and some lights. And yes, it gets me to work and back, and in local trips to magnet fishing. So yeah, a good form of transport. This is the cycle pathway which is going to lead me to my magnet fishing adventure today. As you can hear the horses in the background there, we're definitely in nature. You can see there, bike going by, and yes, here we go, magnet fishing. As you can see here, as I'm on my journey, see a lovely little pony there. He's beautiful. I can see this beautiful house set back here behind the trees. There are some beautiful properties here in Fenditton, which is a little village situated just outside of Cambridge, on the border of Cambridge really, and this is beautiful. As you can see, we are now in Fenditton. There's a nice little notice board here, all about the village, and it actually states it's an ancient place. People have lived and worked here beside the Cam for many centuries. Much of the parish lies on a ridge of chalk which runs north past Horningsea into the fens. The name Ditton is first recorded in AD 950 as Dittoni, the village by the ditch, derived from the Fleam Dyke, a prehistoric defensive ditch and bank. The fen was added later to distinguish it from Wood Ditton. So yes, some little interesting information there about this local village here. Well, we are still in Fenditton, and this is the parish church of St Mary Fenditton. I used to attend this church years ago. Really nice old church. So a little walk up this way towards the church. Coming into the entranceway. We'll just see if the door is open. No, the door is locked, so there's no way showing you inside today. But this is a beautiful church anyway. This is the Plough here, a riverside pub and dining area here in Fenditton, which is overlooking the river. A beautiful place to have your meal, have a drink, especially on a hot summer's day. So yeah, this is the Plough. This is more of the Plough pub here in Fenditton. I said earlier, it's a perfect place to have a meal, drink, and sit and watch the world go by on a lovely warm day. So the Plough. This is a lovely barn here in the village. I am magnet fishing today. That's absolutely beautiful. Wouldn't mind living in there myself. Another thing you've got to contend with sometimes is turnstiles. Getting through gates and things, especially with bikes. Especially if the gates are not open. Try and get a bike through here. This is where we will do our magnet fishing today. And straight away, I have a little friend here who is hissing at me. Don't worry, I will not disturb you. And I'll show you around where we'll do our magnet fishing today. This is just in Fenditton. Not far from our home. And there is a little sign I'm going to show you just over here. which says Fen Ditton Ditch no mooring by order of the Fen Ditton Parish Council. But don't worry, I have no boat, so I won't be mooring. The only thing which I have with me is my bag, my magnets and my bike, which I'll probably use as an anchor to put my rope on to keep attached so the magnet doesn't lose in the river. Well, I'm just going to show you the first finds of the day. First one up is we've got ourselves a little hook. It looks like a little fishing hook. So we have got a hook there. Not sure what this thing is here. A bit of metal there. Looks like a little hingy thing. So yeah, there's something else. And very exciting here. We have ourselves a drawn pin. So yeah, 3 things to start us off today. Nothing major, nothing exciting, but it's a start. Just going to show you this little fishing lure here. It's not brilliant, but it's very small, but I like the colour on it. That's the next second find I found today. So yes, a little fishing lure. Another thing I want to show you there, I keep starting to pick up these green metallic stones today, which is really strange. As you can see these here, they've got a bit of metal in them, so because they're attracted to the bottom of the magnet. So yeah, green metallic stones, interesting. I'm going to show you, the only thing I see picking up today is metallic rocks. Really strange. So yeah, a metallic rock. As I'm cycling here, I've just stopped here to show you the cows I've just got to get through to move along the river here to my second part of magnet fishing. So more friends here. I have moved along the river now, on the River Cam. As you can see, this is a new cycle bridge which is just alongside the railway line. So it's actually made helps a lot of people in the city to get over to the other side of the city instead of going down the river a bit further to cross over another bridge. So yes, a new cycle bridge, and I will be doing my magnet fishing here. And let's give this a try. Just going to show you some of the things I found. Like a little steak. Then Lord of the Rings is off again. And more bolts and screws. So yeah, a few little interesting things there found. It's been a bit barren today, this little section of the river, but we'll keep on going. Well, the next thing I'm going to show you I found, it looks like a stake you put in the ground, or it could be a hook. Yeah, so there's a hook. I have now moved along to my third spot here on the River Cam. As you see all the narrowboats there, I will just try here. This is where a spot where I actually found a bike in here once before, so you never know at any given time what you're going to pull out of a river or canal or any waterways. So you've just got to keep on going. Next thing I'm going to show you, which I've just pulled out here, is a pair of scissors. They're actually quite nice, quite like them. It's a really good find. Probably one of the finds of the day so far. And we got ourselves a peg. Not too sure if my missus will be using that on a clothesline anytime soon. So yeah, a clothes peg. And lots of little bits of crud and things. So yeah, I didn't think that scissors were actually quite good. Just going to show you this. It's one of the heaviest things I've ever pulled out of the river. It's actually literally a weight. Really, really heavy. I'm going to see how many kilograms it is, but it is probably really, really difficult. It's really difficult to pull out. So yeah, a weight. Just a little view of the weight I pulled out of the river here, the River Cam. I'm not sure I said what the weight is, but it's really, really heavy. Yeah, and I managed, I'd struggled to try and pull the thing out, but eventually in the end, I got it out. So there you go, a weight. Early on, I found one peg, which wasn't any good for my wife's washing line, but I've actually found one orange one and another peg. So yeah, 2 pegs on my wife's washing line. Just going to show you the funniest find of today. Just found a magnet. It's the wrong way around, maybe on the camera, but it's a magnetic bee. So a magnetic bee found today. Probably originally was on someone's fridge. So yeah, shame it wasn't F for my first name. So yeah, a B will have to do. Just going to show you what I found here. Well, first things first, it's a bit of barbed wire. Nothing too exciting there. But I've got to say this one was really good. I've got myself a padlock. It's a really old padlock there. So yeah, a padlock. I'll just take that off to show you. As you can see there, it's an old padlock. So yeah, more finds to the collection. I'm going to show you this. Last week, I found my first knife. Here we go. There's another one. Another knife to the collection. So yeah, and we have another peg. But that one's no good for my wife's washing line anyway. So yeah, very impressed with the knife there. There are boats and they're paddle boats. And there are narrow boats. There are quite a few boats on this river. Now what we got here? There you go. We've got ourselves a mud guard. Hello everybody, this is Frank here from Cambridge Underwater Discoveries. And this is part of my video which is Finds of the Day. And today I went down to a little village called Fenditton, which is just on the outskirts of Cambridge. And I moved across 3 different spots because the first couple of spots weren't brilliant in the finds. Sometimes you have to move along the river sometimes if you're not getting much in one part. So I'm just going to show you now a little rundown of exactly what I found. Well, the first part here is looking like something off a bicycle. Yes, I think that's something off a bicycle there. So, a bicycle part. Next one up is a pair of scissors. And these are really nice as well. Just need a little bit of a clean up. And they actually could be used for something. They've got a little edge on them, so a little bit of ribbed edge on there. So yeah, I'm not sure what they could be used for. Maybe could actually be used for fishing actually. So a pair of scissors. And next one up, nothing too exciting, but it is quite heavy, and it's a bolt. Yes, we've had a few bolts in our time. We've had Usain bolts, bolts of lightning, but this is a bolt. Next one, We've had these before as well, a steak. So, a steak. No, I was actually quite impressed with this lock, actually. Okay, I haven't got the key. But in itself, it's a really old-fashioned lock there. So yeah, an old-fashioned lock. This bit is nothing too exciting, but it is some barbed wire. Yes. And then we have got a ring, another ring. We've had Lord of the Rings. We've had the Olympic rings. We've had wedding rings. Yes, we have a ring. And today, this is probably the thing I pulled most out the river, was pegs. Clothes pegs, of all things. So, my wife was always putting her clothes on the line out here in the garden. So, maybe if I clean a couple of them pegs up, she's got a couple of free pegs. And of course, this might be the wrong way around, but we have a number 3 metallic. Number 3, my lucky number. So yeah, number 3. And we have got a B, or it could even be a P, which is my brother's first name, P. P for Patrick. So we've got a B or a P there. Also, didn't get many of these today. Bing, bing, bing. Normally we get quite a few fishing lures, but today we have this one on a bit of metal there. So yeah, only one fishing lure today, but he's quite nice. He's green, colourful, and yeah, he's still got his little hook on the end there. So yeah, a fishing lure. And the next one to show you is like probably a peg or something. Probably to tie something down the side of a boat or something. So we have a peg there, or a big peg, or a hook. Of course, the next thing up is a metallic rock. Picked a few of them today out the river. They were just attached to the bottom of the magnet. So some of these little stones and rocks are actually got some metal inside of them. So yeah, a metallic rock. Here we go again. Of course, last weekend I found myself a knife. I actually found a couple of knives. One was a Stanley knife and the other one was a really nice knife. And of course, here we go again. We found a knife. Normally I like to find spoons, but today we have another knife. There is a bolt. I'm thinking Uri Geller's been at it again because this one's quite bent. So yeah, it's like a bolt. And then the biggest find of all today, which I think it says on the thing here, is a massive weight here. I think it's Avery. I wouldn't like to tell you what actually the weight is. But actually, I think it says 28 pounds on there. So I don't know what that is in kilograms, but it's really heavy duty. Took a little bit of pulling to get that one out. So, overall, today, on my magnet fishing adventure, rustic adventures here in Cambridge, was actually quite good. Considering it started off really slowly, I still managed to pick up some really good items today, and I'm quite impressed with them. So I just want to say a big thank you for the people who took the time to watch my videos, even my short videos. And sometimes, just going to say, sometimes I do make mistakes in my videos, and my editing is not fantastic, but I do try to make them interesting. And so I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you get the time to subscribe and also to like my videos, I appreciate that too. So thank you very much, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and week ahead. Take care.